Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I'm Nicholas Schultz. Today is the August Q&A. So with that in mind, let's roll the intro and let's get started in on some questions. So I just pulled up to the putting green. I just got here into a quick putting session. So with that in mind, here's the first question. What is the favorite golf tournament you've ever watched? I'd have to say the favorite tournament I ever watched, I don't really have one in person that I've watched that I really look back on a memory fondly. But my favorite tournament to watch was, I loved when Jordan Spieth won the Open at Royal Birkdale. I thought that was really, really cool, and I think partly because he had to overcome a lot of adversity. Seeing him hit it outright and having to take a drop out by the trucks, you can't describe stuff like that. And so with that in mind, I'd have to say that is easily probably my favorite tournament I've ever watched by far. Next question is, what's your low round left-handed? I think I've only held a left-handed club maybe 3 or 4 times. I've never played around left-handed. So if I had to guess though, based on my left-handed golf swing, I think I could break 100 off the whites. But I don't know. I don't know. I've never actually played left-handed. I've swung a left-handed club maybe 2 or 3 times, but besides that, that's it. All right, so these questions here, these next 2 questions I'm gonna combine together. And it is, would you rather hit every single fairway for the rest of your life? And would you rather never 3-putt? And then the other question is, when are you getting a 48-inch driver? So for those of you who don't know, I don't hit it very far. I've said that before. If you watch the What's in the Bag, I talked about it a little bit. But one of the things that I really do well, and it's probably my personal advantage, is I drive the ball very, very straight. And it's not uncommon for me to actually hit, 14 fairways, hit all my fairways in a round. And I actually, a couple days ago, and the reason why this 48-inch driver came up is because I hit it very short but hit it very straight. And to be honest, I'd rather hit 10 fairways and hit it 300 yards than hit 14 fairways at 265, 270. So I can basically already hit every fairway in a round almost consistently. I know I can hit 12 in a round pretty consistently at the very least. And so definitely I'm never 3-putting, and the 48-inch driver is something coming soon that I definitely want to test, because I think that it actually might work. Next question is, what are your plans to do after you play at 2 years at a JUCO? The goal of this channel is to just show my experience, and it's kind of a video diary. I've always liked vlog channels because, especially with families, there's a lot of, the kids are always getting shown as they grow up, and so it's almost like a virtual photo album, and that's what this is. I'm hoping this will be with golf, and that's why I'm doing it. But after my 2 years, the goal is to transfer and play somewhere else. And, from there, I'd love to, if I'm good enough, play professional golf, but we'll see. I'm not a big fan of hypotheticals. And in the end, golf is just a game, and that's all it is. And so, I love the sport of golf, but, we'll see what happens. But definitely the goal is to transfer somewhere and, hopefully get good enough to turn pro, or at least maybe get my PGA. Next question is kind of an interesting question. It's, are you in my business class? If you're taking intro to business at Clovis Community, I don't know my section, probably. You can look my name up on the discussion board. It's Nicholas Schultz. So maybe, I don't know. I haven't paid attention to who's in my classes, because with it being online, it doesn't really matter. Next question is, have I ever 5-putted? I don't think I have. I definitely have 4-putted in a tournament before. I know I've done that. I don't know when, but I know over time I have done that. But I don't think I've ever 5-putted. Next question here is my favorite pro golfer. I think on tour right now, I don't know if I have a favorite pro golfer. I base my game a lot off of Zach Johnson, because he doesn't hit it very far. I also like Patrick Reed too, because similarly, we don't hit cuts. So being that it is, I hit it short and hit a lot of draws, our golf games match up, and so I like that. Second to last question here, best par save ever. I'd have to say my best par save ever came here at Sunnyside on the 16th hole. For those of you who know the 16th hole, it is a dog leg left. You can hit driver off the tee and kind of hit it and have 30 yards into the green. I'm not long enough to get it there, so I always hit 3-iron or hybrid off the tee. But one day I ended up hitting 3-iron off the tee, and I bladed it, and it caught, I don't remember if it caught either the curb, a sign, or one of the tee box markers on the ground. It caught, and it went backwards, and it hit the water machine that sits next to the green in between 12 and 13, 12 green and 13 tee, ricocheted back into 12 greenside bunker. I proceeded to hit a 3-iron out of the greenside bunker into the fairway, had about 150 yards into the green from that 3-iron, and turned around and hit it to about 15 feet and turned around and made par. So that would easily be the best par save. Now in a tournament, my greatest par save would easily have to be in match play my freshman year when I played a match play match against a high school out at Belmont. And we were going into number 9 at Belmont. Number 9 at Belmont has water on the right and there's a fairway bunker or a greenside bunker on the left side of the green. And it's like a front middle pin with the water behind the pin. And I proceed to hit it in that bunker with a wedge from like 105 out. And so I ended up hitting it up out of the bunker and got up there, and I drained like a 12-footer, and I had to have the match that day. And so that one was a very good putt, and I'm sure there's a couple people here watching this YouTube channel who know the putt I'm talking about, but I won't name names. And the last question of the day is something a little bit more technical. Now, I'm not a swing coach, but I've definitely thought about, maybe down the road doing that because I really like it. And so I'm trying to give my best advice on this. And it's, how do I keep my wrist from opening the club face, causing me to hit a slice or making a slice happen? I think the best way to fix a slice is to not necessarily worry about your hands, and it's to worry about your shoulders turning. So, one second, let me explain. So I got a wedge in my hand here just for the point of showing. So let's say that you're struggling with opening the face. That means the face is opening. I don't want to see this move where the face opens, where you roll your hands, because if you're gonna have to do that, you're gonna have to roll them back. And naturally, when you roll your hands, you're not gonna roll them back consistently unless that's just your natural move. For me, to stop a slice, I don't really have that problem, but it's I have the problem where I hook the ball a lot. It's the same thing, but I have to hold it off. I try to make sure that I just rotate these shoulders, that the shoulder is just turning all the way through on both ways of the ball. And so if I do that, I know naturally the face is gonna be square to the path that I'm swinging, usually. Just it really depends. I'd have to see your golf swing to tell you what to do, because it depends if you're opening it up here and then you're going, because naturally if I roll my wrist and then I go, you can see the face is going to be open even though I started square. Same if I do this. Basically, you just don't want to be handsy, and you want to just make sure that you're rotating your shoulders in the golf swing, because if you rotate your shoulders, all the arms, the hands, the body shifting into the instep or into your hip, the weight to load, it's all gonna happen on its own, so you don't have to worry about that. And that's what I really like about the way my golf swing is it's very simplified. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you check the description, there'll be links to other episodes as well as on my social media and the music used in this video. Obviously, there'll be a new episode coming out on Monday like usual. I hope you enjoyed the August Q&A. And one more thing, if you have any suggestions for content, stuff you would like to see, don't feel free to leave stuff in the description. I love to read comments. I love doing that. So with that in mind, though, up until next time, cheers.